I want you to cry into your Hello Kitty pillow. I want you to put your headphones on. I want you to listen to some Taylor Swift. And I want you to shake it off, you bland bitch.
What up, y'all? This can be the Sexy Ninja and the place to be for a Paper Saber universe, and this is the New World Podcast. Brother, we're talking about Dynamite. April 1st, 2026. Tony, Excalibur, and Nigel on commentary. This is not a joke. We're in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, at the Canada Life Center. We started it off with a surprise. Tony is in the ring. He's about to bring out MJF and Kenny Omega. But this was just a weird, awkward thing. But it was a surprise to everybody. As Tony's trying to welcome everybody, we're about to do this contract signing. Fireworks keep going off, and he's like, "What is going on?" And he's trying to talk, and all of a sudden, the lights. Did the lights go? I don't know. But Jericho is back. Chris Jericho is back. His Judas song came on, and it was a nice pop. We haven't seen Chris Jericho. There was rumors, Royal Rumble and this and that. He's coming back. He's in the box. He's going back to WWE. But no, this was clearly a statement because he gets in and he says, "Winnipeg, AEW. I'm home." Then cue the music. And that was it. Jericho is back in AEW and dressed in purple and everything like that. So Jericho's back. I don't know how you feel about it. I'm a little like, okay, I guess. That's cool. I really hated the last run of Jericho in AEW, the learning tree. I thought it was stupid. And he just really kind of just washed himself out for me. And hopefully this time around, it's the Jericho of old, the Jericho that I love. But I know Jericho is a forever evolving, character. Like he's done so much in the business. And he's adapted and changed, left and right, and never goes back twice to the well. Sometimes. But yeah, I think the learning tree was the one that got me going. Like, yeah, I'm not with this. I'm not with this at all. Then we have, we go backstage real quick. Will and Moxley are fighting. Will's beating up Moxley, throwing him in the beer kegs and everything like that. Here comes the Mox Cup, pull him out. That's how we start off this show. Then next up, we finally have MJF and Kenny. They have their contract signing. Kenny's in action after this. But Kenny goes on. He says what he needs to say, And I love Kenny promos because they're different, they're unique, they're awkward, but they get the point across, And then MJF is just a vicious, brutal person, That he's like, you're better off. You should have died. Like basically is what he was saying, because you're going after this, your intestines, this and that. We all know Kenny's medical history, and he's like, yeah. He goes, but at Dynasty, April 12th. I'm going to destroy you. And I like that before everything really broke out, here comes Speedball to break up the tension, because after MJF says such horrible things, Kenny gets up, tables flown, and he's like, and MJF's like, come on, do it, because any confrontation would end this match at Dynasty. Speedball comes out, sets up a main event between MJF and Speedball, and Kenny tells MJF, I lost like 12 inches of my intestines. Fine. I'd rather lose that than not like you and lose my balls. And it was like, oh, he said balls. So, but that's it. That's all. We're getting ready for the main event. Then our first matchup of the night is Kenny, Brody, and Jack versus the Man. Ha ha! This is my match of the night. Off the bat, it has everything I love about AEW in it, crazy spots and this and that, and a back and forth battle between both teams. But you can't stop Kenny. No one can kill Kenny. Not Kenny Omega. But Kenny, Brody, and Jack get the win. Brody and had this crazy spot on the outside of the table. That was insane. It was like that was definitely a holy shit moment. Then we go right into Willow. She cuts a promo. You know, she says she's going to do an open challenge for Collision, which is on Thursday. Don't forget that. Then we get Renee with Cope and Christian. They're looking for FTR. They got chairs. They're ready to battle. They're ready to fight. Here they go. Here they go. And Christian almost hit Renee. And Cope's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yes, anything that's in the way, but that's Renee. Really, my guy? Really? And when they come back, they bust in. Josh and Rocky's in the room. And they're like, where is FTR? They're like, they're going to be on Collision. And then they're like, well, we'll be on Collision. Hey, these guys are on our way. And they beat down Josh and Rocky with the chairs. And Mr. Christian, just because he's an asshole, gets them one more time. Gets Rocky with the chair. I was like, what an asshole. Pac versus Will Ospreay. Oh, I love this match. But it starts off with Pac attacking Ospreay. You know, his neck. This is the story we got to tell. This is what happens with any wrestler that comes back with any injury, because it's a focal point, like how they did it with Kenny and his stomach and everything like that. But yeah, is Ospreay going to continue? The guy's like, you don't need to do this. And Ospreay gets in the ring because he's fighting for us. Ozzy, Ozzy, Ozzy. Oi, oi, oi. But a back and forth battle it was indeed. High fly action, crazy spots. After Ospreay gets a win on a quick roll up, here comes, then of course Pac beats him down. Ospreay tries to fight. Here comes the Mox cult, Claudio, everybody, and Claudio puts a chair around Ospreay's neck, and I really did enjoy this. Where Mox is like, you know what, you come here, you say your things, you know. And my favorite line that he says, you're taking this personal, and I ain't making it personal, so don't take this personal, you know, or make it personal. And I was like, ooh, these two are going to fight, like, till the end of time. And it's going to be a bloodbath, I feel. But, yeah, Mox sends a message to Will Ospreay. Then we go to the Brawling Birds and Mina versus the Triangle of Madness. Yes, this was a fun match. I really enjoyed the Brawling Birds. I enjoyed that Mina had a little bit of matching gear. And I always love my Triangle of Madness. But the Brawling Birds and Mina get the upper hand. And this next bit, the crowd just seemed dead on arrival, like when this happened. Here comes Darby Allin. He gets on the mic and he's screaming, MJF, I'm coming after you. You know, after you deal with Kenny and this and that, I'm gonna fake, because he wants that world championship as well. But like, the crowd did not go, oh my God, Darby. You know, I was like, oh, usually he gets a pop. You know, he had that whole thing with the Gabe Kidd in the coffin match. But yeah, he didn't really get anything here, and I was just surprised. I was like, oh, okay, is the Darby Allin thing kind of washing away now? Is that what we're getting? Because I didn't pop when he came out. Like, I love Darby Allin, but it's just, I just don't understand, like, yeah, right? Yeah, I know, huh? I'm talking to somebody in the room, apparently. But, yeah, tell me what you think, man. He came out, I was like, oh, okay. He's got his coat, he's got his skateboard, and then here comes the Don Callis family because they, you know, were paid off by MJF. I'm like, all right. And Don says it'll be Andrade versus Darby Allin at Dynasty April 12th. Andrade's taken back, like, wait, why me? And Don's like, don't worry about it. We got this. And he's like, okay. But he sends his goons to go after Darby, but here comes Brody and Jack. Then Kenny comes back out. Him and Darby and Kenny have some words they say to each other, and Kenny goes on commentary for our main event, which is my second match of the night. MJF versus Speedball. I like how he really was, because he said in his promo earlier, you know, Canada is the worst country in the world. I'm from the United States. God bless America, blah, blah, blah. And MJF takes it to Speedball. He's got his MJF shenanigans. It's a back and forth battle, but man, pounds his head right into the outside apron and takes him out inside. And then before he even takes out Speedball, he just looks at the crowd and says, God bless America. And bam, the Canadian speedball is taken out. And of course, MJF attacked before, he attacks after. Then here comes Kenny Omega. This is for the save. And that's it. That's all. That's the way we end the show. But I am excited. I am excited for Dynasty, April 12th. We got a lot of cool weekends, man. This weekend is Stand and Deliver. Then the next weekend is Dynasty. Then the next weekend is WrestleMania for all you wrestling people. And a lot of indie shows that are going to pop up on the Triller TV app. So a lot of stuff there. A lot of stuff to keep me distracted for the most part. So, but that's it. That's all, man. This Dynamite gets a 5 out of 5. Match of the night is Kenny, Brody, and Jack versus The Demand. I would say moment of the night is Jericho. You know, him saying I'm home. It kind of hit differently with me just because I was like, oh, that's home. How many zeros did Tony need to write on that check for you to say those two words? You know? But it is what it is. Let's see what Jericho can do this time around. But that's it. That's all. My second moment of the night is just MJF. God bless America. And then he just smashes people. And I was like, what a fuck you to everybody in this Canadian crowd. But that was Dynamite. April 1st, 2026, Tony Excalibur, Nigel, and commentary in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, at the Canada Life Center. This is where Collision will be as well. So drop those comments below, hit that like, hit the subscribe, share with your grandma, share with the bum down at Walmart. I am KB, the Sexy Ninja, and remember that the New World Podcast is for life. Brother.
I'm home.